Hello, Tal friends. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. If you missed it, we have just had the announcement. I'm going to play it for you right now. The Donna Adelson and Dan Markel trial will be starting, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Thursday, August 21st. It is now moved up from the expected start date on Friday, August 22nd. It is now starting tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. Thursday, August 21st, ladies and gentlemen. Opening statements expected tomorrow. I'm going to let you listen to the announcement right now. Just right now it came in, ladies and gentlemen, about an hour ago. The announcement from the judge presiding over the case that the trial will indeed be starting tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Take a listen to it right now. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. Here is the confirmation.
We are also going to discuss with you individually the time period that is involved with this trial. We expect the jury selection process to last until Thursday of this week. After that process is complete, we expect the trial to begin on Thursday and to continue for the next 2 weeks. In all total, we expect that these proceedings from today will take up to 3 weeks. We understand that that is a burden for anyone to serve for that length of time.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it right there. Trial for Donna Adelson regarding the conspiracy murder of Dan Markel, the former husband of Donna's daughter, Wendy Adelson. Of course, Wendy has not been charged in Dan Markel's murder. All eyes on whether Wendy will be indicted for that murder. But Wendy's brother, Charlie Adelson, already convicted in jail right now in South Dakota for his role in that murder. That would be Donna's son, Charlie. And then, of course, Katie Mogbonowa, Charlie's former girlfriend, also already convicted and in jail related to her role in contacting a former boyfriend of hers, who then contacted two hitters or killers from the Latin Kings, who then murdered Dan Markel after driving up from one area of Florida to another, I believe from Orlando to Tallahassee or Miami to Tallahassee, in a green Prius, and then they shot Mr. Markel in his driveway. He did not die. He was unable to speak. He suffered for 24 hours or so and then died the next day from his wounds. And it is alleged this was conspired, this murder, by the Markel family, because as Dan Markel and Wendy Adelson were divorcing, Wendy wanted to move the kids and relocate them, and Dan did not want that, and that caused the Adelson family to proceed to murder Dan Markel via hitmen connected with the Latin Kings. Donna Adelson is, of course, the fifth trial. As I mentioned, Charlie, Katie, and two others, Luis Rivera and one other hitman, were already convicted. Donna is now the fifth trial. There's actually one trial was done twice, Katie's, I believe, but this is the fifth trial. It is now scheduled to start tomorrow in Florida in the afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday, August 21st, 2025. There's a number of expected witnesses against Donna, including some of her friends. Wendy Adelson will be testifying against Donna. Wendy Adelson moved to quash a subpoena from Donna's defense team. Wendy Adelson will only testify in this trial for the state against Donna with a grant of immunity, limited immunity, use immunity for this trial only. Wendy's had in other trials as well, but Wendy will not testify under subpoena by Donna Adelson's defense team, but although Donna will be able to engage in a narrow scope of certain cross-examination that the judge will determine on a case-by-case basis whether it will pose any potential of going into an area where Wendy would have to invoke the fifth, and then the judge will not allow any questions where that could even be a possibility. So we are going to see a lot of developments, ladies and gentlemen, in the next few days, including, as you just heard, the start of opening statements in the Donna Adelson trial tomorrow, August 21st, Thursday, 2025, in the afternoon. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. Tune in live, youtube.com/@GrantSmithEllis, x.com/@GrantSmithEllis from 8 a.m. tomorrow, where we will watch the end of jury selection, which will probably be panel voir dire, and then we will go right into opening statements. I'll have wall-to-wall coverage. Thanks very much for listening to this clip, and thank you for supporting public information services. Feel free to do so by subscribing, liking the channel, etc. Anything you can do will help. My name's Grant Smith Ellis.